John and his brothers are here. They are forming the foundation, I guess, for one of the basement walls. And our nephew came over, and I planned on vlogging today, but we're just making it work. No big deal. Doing what we can do, so it might be a little weird, but well, all my videos are. I didn't even cut the pizza. So I already fed the men lunch, and then they're out doing the concrete now, and I'm gonna feed the kids. And dinner in the crock pot, which I don't think I filmed. But I've not really been doing nothing today. Been cleaning, lazying around. Pretty productive day though. House is clean. We got some basement stuff going on. My face looks really puffy, or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm puffy. Yeah, I'm gonna feed these kids now. And the boys are entertaining themselves here. They're being loud, but it's fine. You know, boys are boys, kids are kids. They're just playing, having a good time. So I figured we'd just do a voiceover. It makes it simpler. Nobody asks questions when I'm talking to myself. But anyways, I had been watching my friend Paislie this morning, and she had made a peach cobbler, and I had never thought about the cuppa rule that she said in order to make a cobbler. I always just eyeball stuff, so I figured, you know, a perfect time to test out this theory. So it is called it's called a cuppa recipe because you need a cup of flour, a cup of milk, and a cup of sugar. I figured I would test this theory, and I did, and this was one of the best cobblers that I have made. It was so good. Full disclosure, I probably ate half of it. So she made peach cobbler. I didn't have no peaches. I had some frozen berries though, so I just took some frozen blueberries and frozen raspberries and put 1 tablespoon of flour. I honestly don't know why, but I think it made it taste better. 1 tablespoon of flour and 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then just a little bit of apple juice to give it a little bit of wetness, and it was so good. You also want to take a stick of butter. I didn't have butter. I mean, I had butter, but I had some margarine I needed to use, so I used it instead. This recipe was so good. So thanks, Paislie. This was delicious. These boots are super cold. We're gonna walk out here and see the concrete, see what they got done. What are you doing?
Marking where I'm gonna slope the concrete down. I like the water coming in here, it'll run down there and over here.
So how did you feed it that far back? Oh. So we're gonna go ahead and prep some breakfast sandwiches. I like to have stuff in the freezer just that Jonathan can grab and heat up. Thought we had bacon. There it is. Anyways, I like to have stuff that Jonathan can just grab out of the freezer, heat up, and eat. He likes to eat a lot. And I like to have things that are quick and easy for him to grab, because if I'm in the kitchen, he will just ask me to make him something. He doesn't mind. He can make his own food. He does that as well. But sometimes you just don't feel like cooking. I know that all too well. So I like to have breakfast sandwiches for him, anybody really, but he's mainly the person that eats them. So I bought some English muffins. I'm going to make some bacon. We have bacon, ham, and then sausage, and of course eggs. Excuse me. So I think we're going to make a little bit of all and wrap them up and put them in the freezer. Figured we'd do that together. So the first step is going to be getting the bacon into the oven. So that's what we're gonna do. I like to just bake it. It's just easier, less work. Throw it on a pan, bake it for like 15-20 minutes, and then you pull it out right before you think it's done. If it looks done in the oven, it will be overdone when it's out of the oven. We're gonna go ahead and do this in the oven, and then we'll come back when it's all, well, not all done. We'll come back anyways. All right, so we got all the bacon on here. It don't matter if it's touching, you just don't want it overlapping. This is the thinnest bacon that I have worked with in a very long time. It's a great value. Usually it's not like this, but it'll do. It's fine. We've already ate a couple pieces of it in a broccoli bacon stuffed chicken recipe, so it's not that big of a deal, but it is super thin. Like it's translucent almost, but whatever. Now this will go into the, so you definitely don't want to overdo it. So I put it in there for about 15 minutes. I cook by smell. Maybe that's weird, maybe it's not. But I will, once you really start smelling stuff that's in the oven, a lot of times it's almost done. But I'm going to set it for 15 minutes. We'll check it then or before if we need to, and then we'll go from there. All right. All right, so the bacon is done. I did almost overdo it. I did overdo it on 2 pieces, but I already ate them. So it wasn't like super burnt, but I did kind of overdo it because I was going ahead and making my sausage patties, because we didn't have any pre-formed or anything like that. So I had to make those. So we're going to finish these up. This is done, and then we'll move on to the eggs. Yes, my nails are still awful. Either myself or one of my girls lost the nail polish remover, so I just have to wear it off. So we get to live the glamorous life for a while, but whatever, no big deal. There's worse things in life. So yeah, that's where we're at now. Then we got to get the eggs cooked, and then we'll move on. I was forgetting that I wanted to make some burritos too, so that's what we're gonna do. Right now we're just gonna crack some eggs. I'm gonna make scrambled eggs. I think, since I was thinking, let's rewind. The reason I remembered I wanted to make burritos is because I really want my eggs to be round and really sit on the English muffin. Quit, leave her alone. Dogs. But I wanted scrambled eggs, but scrambled eggs are like scrambly. They're crumbly and they try to fall off when you make a sandwich. So I'm gonna make like almost like an omelet, but not really. You'll see. And then take a lid and cut out circles, and then the extra I thought I would just make like a breakfast bowl. But then I remembered I also wanted to do some breakfast burritos, so the little extra tidbits will be perfect just to put into a tortilla and make burritos. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and crack some eggs. I'm probably gonna do quite a bit. We'll start with 6 and then we'll go from there. That's not really quite a bit, but you know what I mean. Now for the tricky part. It might not be too tricky. We're going to take out the egg and flip. Alright, so now we have our little egg here. I don't have a tripod, so we're just making it work. I mean, I don't have one here. You know what I mean. So we have our little egg flat here. Along with that, we have a plastic, like this is from a mason jar. lid. I'm going to get as many as possible as I can out of this one egg. I need 6, so I think I'll be able to get 3, so that's perfect. You don't have to go this extra, just, you know me. So I just really enjoy going to the next level, even though literally nobody notices but me. So whatever, right? So we got our little eggs here. We got these 3, and then these extra pieces. Thought I seen somebody pull up. Extras. This extras we will just cut up into little pieces to put into our breakfast burritos. The one I got in the pan right now will be enough to make the last 3 English muffins. Until then, the rest of the eggs I'm just going to scramble up. Now we got all of our foods prepped that we're going to put into them. And we're going to take the English muffins and just cut them in half.
Baby, time to figure out what this could be. I dreamt of a life in a small town that wasn't enough for you somehow. I just wish I had a little more time with you, baby. Weeks and months and years they passed, and I knew it wouldn't last. When tears streamed down my face, my mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the feeling gradually fades away, 'cause I'm growing up, falling in love. Giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart, that's what my mama said. I wish I could freeze this moment, just never let it end. Walking through the snow when you're taking my hand. All of those late nights on your couch when we just talked until midnight. I just wish I could freeze this moment, babe. Weeks and months and years they passed, and I knew it wouldn't last. When tears streamed down my face, my mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away, 'cause you're growing up, falling in love. Giving your all might not be enough.
We got 6 of the sandwiches and 5 of the burritos, but Nolan is probably hungry. He's usually hungry, so I figured I'd ask him if he wanted one of these before I put them up, and then we're gonna go ahead and bag them up. I don't think I'm gonna do the cling wrap like I thought I might do. I'm just going to stick them into Ziploc bags because I don't think they'll last long. You like it? Mm-hmm. You picked the burrito, didn't you? He didn't know what a breakfast burrito was. Did you? It's good though. All right. Okay, so like I said, I decided just to go ahead and put them in this. Be easier to get them out, and I think he's gonna eat them pretty quickly. Somebody will. Anyways, so a lot of times he eats at least 1, sometimes 2 of these a day. Not these. I've not made these in a while, but you know what I'm saying. Like breakfast sandwiches and stuff. So I figure this will be fun. I just put them in here and then put them in the deep freeze because that's where he tends to go for whatever reason. I guess because it's in the pantry. So we're just going to put these in the deep freeze, and I cleaned out a section shelf. There we go. I cleaned out a shelf on the door so that they're easy to find for him. So, and it doesn't get lost. Which
Months and years they passed, but then I found something I knew would last. Just like my mama gradually fades all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday, and the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart. That's what my mama said. That's what my mama said. That's what my mama said.
Alright guys, and that's going to be it for this. I hope y'all had a good time hanging out with us this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye guys.